Good morning, everyone. Donna Miller here for another episode of Avoiding the Shiny Object. Here at C3 Workplace, it is our mission and our why to help companies to start and grow. We do that by providing back office support, office and meeting space, and many educational programs. And these little 10-minute Facebook sessions each Thursday are just a small sampling of us teaching what we know, because that is one of our core values. We believe as you gain a little bit of success in this world, it is your responsibility and my honor to share that with those around me so that perhaps I can help them along in their journey. So I've been talking to you over these last several weeks about focus, which is the way to avoid the shiny object. If we can gain greater focus in the various aspects of growing our businesses, we will see exponentially greater results. So today I'm going to talk to you this morning in these 10 minutes that typically fly by about year-end focus. Here it is, December 22nd. We're all running around trying to get ready for the holiday season. And it's very easy to finish the year in a wishy-washy kind of way. And I want to encourage you to take this last 9 days of the year and really focus on finishing strong. And there's a couple ways that I think you can do that. And again, I'm sharing what's worked for me and what I am currently in the middle of doing. In the past, I have talked to you about Chris McChesney's book, The 4 Disciplines of Execution. And in the 4 Disciplines of Execution, he talks about lead measures and lag measures. A lag measure is your profit and loss statement. A lag measure is the result. How did it actually turn out? And a lead measure are what are the things that you can do to influence and predict that outcome. I believe as small business owners, our greatest lead measure is the behavior plan that we create for ourselves. So here's what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I'll share it with you. Happy to talk to any of you more about it separately. I use an outside consultant to help me analyze my financials. We at C3 Workplace provide bookkeeping. We can definitely help you to create a higher level of financial literacy. We can create a dashboard of reports for you that will help you to analyze your business. And even though I am capable of doing that for myself, I think it's the old shoes of the shoemaker. It's just better for me to get outside perspective on that. So I hire someone to come in and help me analyze my numbers. And I think one of the ways that you can create those lead measures that will predict the outcome is to look back. So what we've been doing is we've been looking back at 2016, looking at what the performance was, identifying ups and downs, seasonalities, really kind of pulling the performance apart so that we can do what is so important. And I really want to encourage you to consider doing this, and don't let your eyes roll back in your head right now. But we have created our 2017 budget. It's a big document. It's a lot of work. But the reality is, if you don't have a roadmap, which is what a budget is, how do you know how to make the right decisions? How do you know which direction to go in? So I believe that one of the things you can do to finish strong and have year-end focus is to look back, to create a budget and a cash flow for going forward. Now, we at C3 Workplace also recently published a blog on ways to end the year stress-free. It is on our website, on our blog page, also on the, and there's some tools in there that you can download. Also on that same page is a tool that you can download to create your own budget and cash flow. Because at the end of the day, for a small business, cash is king. And thank you, Jesse. Jesse's posting the link to that page and that tool. So in thinking about finishing the year strong, think about looking back to create a budget for going forward. Now, that's the numbers. But really, what it translates to is if you want to make those numbers real, what do you have to do? You have to do the right behavior. This is what we talk about all the time, and it's the cornerstone of the Earn More program. So we've talked in the past, hopefully you're clear on your target market. You know what your core messaging is, and you now know, or you're working on the behaviors that drive your business forward. So what I do is I am kind of a pen and paper person, so I'm a journaler. I do some writing, and then from my writing, I created my own behavior plan for 2017. And my behavior plan is comprised of a certain number of business development calls, meetings, speaking, giving referrals. So it's a cookbook of behaviors. And once I have determined what that behavior plan is, there's two things that happen. To the best that I can, I put it on my calendar, because that's where, for me, the rubber meets the road on execution. So for instance, in order to make a certain number of new business calls per week or per month, I have to block that time out on my calendar. So for me, I block 4 to 5 hours per week of business development calls. I was meeting with Ashley Palmer last night, and we somewhat affectionately referred to that as smiling and dialing. And those of you who know me know I call that dialing for dollars, because it really works for me. And then the other thing I do with my behavior plan is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to post it everywhere. I also make a small version of it, which I can laminate, and I can put it in my phone case. It keeps me focused visually on what the behavior plan is for me to actually achieve what it is I'm saying I want to achieve. So consider budget and cash flow. Consider creating this behavior plan, because at the end of the day, that behavior plan is your lead measure that will produce your lag result. Lag result is profit and loss. So lag result is how much income can I produce. Lead measure, in my opinion, is what is the behavior that you're going to do that's going to drive that result. So I know it's a lot. It's a big concept. It's a lot to introduce in a few minutes. But the reality is, get clear on what you need to do and create your own focus. And that's where I think it really creates amazing results. If you are willing to stay focused on what it is you need to do, you've gotten clear on the behavior that you should be doing, you're plotting that behavior on your calendar, and you're staying committed to executing on that behavior, honest to goodness, the results will come. It's what's worked for us. It's what we teach and Earn More. I think the challenge becomes coming back to those basic pieces that we talk about: the right target market, the right behavior, the right messaging. If you can combine all that with your own accountability, it's amazing. So I often talk to people in Earn More, and we do recommend that some people call it eat the frog. Do the thing you least want to do first thing in the day. So if making these phone calls is part of your lead measures that's going to produce the result that you want, then do it first thing in the day. Think about it this way. How hard, in all honesty, would it be for you to make 2 new business dials a day? Sounds pretty minor, right? So that comes out to 10 a week. That's 40 a month. Are you making 40 new business dials a month? I think the answer for many people is no. The 2 per day sounds incredibly easy. The 40 per month is like, wow, that's a pretty big number. And so that's how we run our organization. These are some of the tools that we use to continue to achieve double-digit growth every year, year after year. And we're happy to share these tools with you. Again, you can visit our website, www.c3workplace.com. For these download tools, visit the blog page. You'll see it all over the website. And I'm always happy to schedule a mini consult with people to talk these things through, see if there's any way that we can help you, whether it's through the Earn More program or whether it's through some one-to-one consulting. But that was kind of heavy. And so I want to end by wishing each of you a blessed holiday season. I think the beautiful thing about owning your own business is that you can hold yourself accountable to a behavior plan that also includes time off with family and friends. The truth is, I do not believe work-life balance exists. I believe it's about work-life integration. And those of you who know me know how seriously I take that, how I encourage my team to have balance in their lives, how we cover each other. So I am not going to be here next Thursday because I am going to be taking time off to spend with family and friends for the holiday. And my hope for you is that you will finish 2017 with focus and that you will set your 2017 up in a way that perhaps you've never done before. And as a result, you will be able to achieve those goals that have been eluding you up until this point. So happy holidays from all of us here at C3 Workplace. I hope that you and your family will have moments of gratitude for the things that you typically take for granted, and that you will be able to enjoy this holiday season. Thanks so much, everyone, and I will see you next year. Take care.